Welcome. My name is Lisa, and this is me documenting my wellness journey. So, thank you so much for joining me on my wellness journey. I am with you every Saturday and every Wednesday. So, today is Saturday, and what I wanted to talk about was kind of a continuation to what I had talked about on Wednesday, which was about me changing to doing some strength training. So yesterday I decided that I was actually going to go for my run. I hadn't gone for a run yet that week. And so yesterday was Friday. I had a vacation day, some self-care time. I was really happy about that. I kind of lounged around, lazed around all day on my phone and reading and just enjoying myself. And then I was like, okay, it's time for me to get up and actually do something, because I know for me, I have to do some sort of activity every day to just make me feel better mentally, physically. I know that the next morning or the next day, if I haven't done activity the day before, I'm going to be stiff and sore and not feel great. So I decided to go for a run. I decided to do the same route that I had done the last time I had gone for a run because it felt so great that last time. So I'm like, oh, I was really looking forward to it. It wasn't super, super hot, which I thought was fantastic. It had rained not long before, so it was a bit humid. I didn't think that was going to be a problem, but then it ended up being a bit of a problem for my breathing. Anyway, long story short, the run felt awful. Like, it felt awful. It felt like I was like running for the first time and had no idea what I was doing. And that happens to me from time to time, especially if I haven't run as frequently as I had been. So before, I used to run 3 or 4 times a week, at least 3. And I hadn't run in probably over a week, almost maybe 2 weeks. I think it might even have been like the Monday before. So I am not one of those people who can like get up off a couch and just go run a 5K. Like, my sister-in-law can basically not run all year, and then she'll sign up for like May long weekend 5K run, and she just goes out, runs it, and does great. And I'm just like, I need a run coach. I had to sign up to a run club. I needed someone to teach me how to breathe, how to run properly without hurting myself. And then I need to run on a regular basis. Otherwise, I completely lose my endurance. And that's really kind of what I felt like yesterday. I felt like I had lost my endurance. So I was really struggling. There were some hills, some inclines. I was struggling to get up them. It was more my breathing than my body. It was more my breathing than my legs or anything else like that. And as I was going up that hill, I was probably only about a kilometer and a half into my run, and I really started to kind of beat myself up a little bit. I was like, great, so if I want to do strength training and I don't do as much cardio, then I'm going to have to give up running because I just can't run at all. And this isn't enjoyable because here I am struggling, I'm beating myself up, it feels awful, I'm not liking it. And I kind of got into that mindset for a moment. And I'm like, I'm not even going to make up this hill. I'm going to have to stop and walk. Like, do I just go home? Do I just decide to walk the rest of the way? And so finally I was like, okay, let's put this in perspective, Lisa. You're doing something. You're out and you're trying to be active, which is better than what I did all morning, which was sitting around on the couch. And 4 or 5 years ago, I would have sat on the couch all day, all evening, all weekend, the whole thing. I wouldn't have moved at all. So the fact that I was even out trying to do something was a positive that I needed to pat myself on the back for. And then I was thinking, like, what's the big deal if I have to walk a bit? Who cares? I'm not in a race. I'm not trying to qualify for anything. I'm not like out here going, oh, I want to run in the Boston Marathon. No, I don't. I don't even want to run more than 5 kilometers. I just want my 5-kilometer runs that make me feel like I'm doing the right thing for my body as far as getting some cardio activity in. So I walked a little bit. I was like, okay, I'm going to walk a little bit. So I walked a little bit, and then I ran again, and then I walked a little bit. And so that's how it went. And when I was running, it felt better because I gave myself the permission to not have to do it perfectly, to not have to just put on my shoes, walk out the door, run a complete 5K with the same time that I always have and get back to the house and feel fantastic. I'm like, it's not that kind of run today, and that's okay. And I'm going to continue with my strength training. I do a really good stretch every evening before bed. My niece, who has been in ballet since she was probably 2, and she's going to be a dance instructor, and she has her certification, she's getting her certifications, things like that. She knows all about proper stretching and warming up your muscles and your joints and everything like that. So she showed me some really great stretches that I can do for my back and my legs, stretches those muscles. So I do them every evening before I go to bed. And it makes it feel so much better. I'm less sore, I'm less stiff. It feels fantastic. And I actually do them sometimes during the day while I'm working with my sit-stand desk. I stand up at my desk and I do some of those stretches. It just helps me feel better. So what I determined yesterday, I am still going to do my stretches every evening. I am still going to do my strength training because I really want to see how I can change my body and how my body feels doing that strength training, tightening up my core, strengthening my legs and my glutes, like all of that. I really want to see how I do with that. But I'm also going to continue to try to run once or twice a week. And you know what? No, I'm probably not going to be as good at it as when I was running 3 or 4 days a week, but I'm still going to do it, and I'm going to allow myself to walk if I need to walk, pause if I need to pause, because I'm doing it for me. I'm not doing it for anything else. So that is what I wanted to talk to you about today, that kindness to yourself and doing what you can each day. Doing what feels good, doing what your body allows you to do each day. And I know a lot of us beat ourselves up because suddenly we're not able to do what we used to be able to do. And we'll sit there and go, oh my gosh, I used to run 10K. I used to run 15K. And now here I am and I can't even run 2, or I can't even run 3. So why bother? We'll do that to ourselves. We set ourselves up for that sense of failure when I didn't fail at anything. I left my house, I went for a run, I feel good about that. And that was what my body was going to allow me to do yesterday. So be kind to yourself. Let your body do what it's capable of doing. It may be less than it was able to do before. It may be more than it was able to do before. Just allow yourself that freedom to allow your body to do what it's capable of doing. And that will take such a weight off your shoulders, and you'll be more likely to continue with the activity and continue with some type of activity every day. So if you're not able to get out to do a walk or to run or to join a class or do anything like that, if you're not capable, your body's not able to do that, sit in a chair and do some of your chair exercises that we've talked about before. If that's too much, grab a can of soup and do some arm exercises, or just sit in your chair and raise your arms and do some exercises that way. If you are able to move your body at all, I encourage you to use your body and each day build on that. And that's how we have success. Pat yourself on the back for that. Don't say, I used to be able to walk 5 kilometers and now I can't leave my house and walk at all. That's okay. That's absolutely okay. Can you walk around your kitchen? Can you stand up in your living room and stand up and sit down in your chair multiple times? That's all activity. And I just want to remind you that every little bit counts. It all adds up, and we are all fabulous on this journey. Take care. I'll see you next video.